you've ever wondered what it takes to start a community when you are a small channel like me, you don't know a lot of people that are going to join your community straight away. And also you don't want to spend a lot of money, do you? Like when you're just starting out. I have just been on a platform for a couple of months now, the Stan Store, $29 a month. And I'm moving to another platform called Skool, Skool, Skool. I'm sure you've heard of them, but they have just launched a $9 a month hobby plan, which is great. It is great news for us. So the Stan Store, I did the Stan Store challenge, and it was like free for like 30 days or something like that, or even a bit more than that. And then I signed up to it. What do I think about Stan? These are the pluses of Stan. We've got Stephen Bartlett. He's a dude. Diary of a CEO, DOAC. Okay, so he has become co-founder in the last, let's say, 3 months, something like that. So he is pushing Stan out to all of his, what does he call them, solopreneurs, like his 6 million, John Hugh, I think his name is, the one of the original founders of Stan, went into cahoots with Stephen Bartlett. So number one, Stephen Bartlett. I respect that guy, right? What is there not to respect? Okay, the second thing that I like about Stan Store is they talk about being a one-stop shop. And they are a one-stop shop. You can sell digital products with them. You can start collecting emails for a future email list, have a community. You can have courses. You've got Stan, $29 a month, compared to an email list builder cost, the cost of a community somewhere, the Stripe, like the selling function, like are you going to be selling with Apple Pay or whoever? And they add up all those numbers and they come to some exorbitant amount like $200 and something or $300 and something a month, compared to $29 at the Stan Store, one-stop shop. I really like that. The other thing that I like about Stan is I quite like John Hugh. I watch quite a bit of his Instagram. He comes across like a pretty nice guy, pretty cool guy. He talks about how he met Stephen by jumping into his DMs and saying that, he had real sort of imposter syndrome when he was contacting Stephen, and he was like shocked and flattered and all of those things when Stephen replied to him and they started talking about business. I quite like the Stan Store YouTube videos. They are hyper cool. They are. If you've seen any of them, I will see if I can cut a couple in through this video, but they are good fun. They are fresh. They have got a major sort of amateur kind of retro quality to them. The other thing that I really did love is the $29 a month. Okay, so we are going to come back to all of those things. They have a really decent trial period. And of course, the 30-day creator challenge was awesome because it made me get off my butt, make some digital products, make a decision about just starting a community. That's all the stuff that I liked about the Stan Store. So I signed up. What did I not like about the Stan Store? Not like so much, okay? Because it's like I'm being a little bit picky here. So the first thing I didn't love is that two of the features that they advertised actually aren't features. They don't exist on the core plan. One of them exists on the Pro Creator plan. I think they call it for $99 a month. And the other one's just not there. But all of that. So those two things are, number one, the social media templates. I could not find the social media templates. So I emailed their contact center and I just said, hey, I can't find the social media templates. Can you point me in the direction? So we went back and forth a few times and they eventually conceded that there are no social media templates. And they said that they would put that to the design team in with the wish list because wouldn't they be neat to have? And I pointed out to them that maybe they shouldn't be advertising that then because they just don't exist. They don't exist anywhere. I think that just somehow slipped through the proofing. The second thing that the $29 plan doesn't have is a newsletter builder. Bear in mind, please, that they are putting promotion, like all the features that they were advertising. The newsletter builder exists in the Pro Creator plan, not in the $29 a month. Why would they advertise those? I don't think there's anything malicious about that. I really do believe that they just got a little bit too salesy. There's lots of energy over there at Stan. The contact center, they are like mouseketeers on steroids. That's what they're like. They are jumping out of their skin with enthusiasm. They are lovely to deal with, really kind people. You can tell they love to work there. You can really tell that they are just loving the work that they do. Very purposeful. You know, every day is big inspo. Okay, unlike a lot of other jobs that we could be having. The other thing I didn't like is, here is the main thing. Here is the main reason why I have decided to, stop with Stan, is that the community app is really slow to use. I want to be able to write a post on the go, out and about, and just post it. And I want to be able to make a quick little video, like 1 minute or 2 minutes long, and post it, like out there in the wild. Time is of the essence. The time is now. The time to post content is now. Out and about in the field. I just want to gun and run. And it's slow. So community app is slow. Yep. Okay. I actually went to the contact center about that as well, and they told me all the stuff. They said, delete the app, restart my phone, load the app up again, make sure that I'm on some good Wi-Fi, all of these things. And I'm like, I can do a lot of things on my phone using my data. I don't really want to be having to be on Wi-Fi all the time, because who's on Wi-Fi all the time? You know what I mean? Anyway, so the community app is slow to use. Someone left me a comment and I tried to hit like on their comment. It just wasn't responsive. I was like hitting my screen like that, and it just wasn't taking. Like the thumbs up wasn't appearing. So I didn't love that. The other thing is that when I was hitting reply, it just wasn't bringing me up the little box to reply in. Okay, these things are problems. These things are problems. The community app is slow. The other thing too, and I'm not proud to confess this to you, that I find this a problem. John Hugh on his social media tells people that if you've got something to share about Stan, whether it's good or it's bad or a suggestion or an improvement, anything like that, slide into his DMs, because he wants to hear from you. So I did that. Before I went to the contact center, I went to his Instagram because I watch a lot of his videos. He's really charismatic guy. He makes really fun videos, great energy. Their workplace, their offices, if you like, are stunning. They look very googly, what we sort of have come to think of Google, and they're like little slides and swimming pools of M&Ms that you can just relax in at lunchtime and just maybe just suck down some M&Ms while you're in the pool, having a little lunchtime swim after a free lunch, and maybe even a free sleep, because you don't have to go home if you sleep there, right? Yeah. But a little bit cynical. We're going to just contain the cynicism. But I didn't get a reply back.
Oh, no.
And I was very polite in the way that I said, hey, John, just letting you know that here are a couple of screenshots of your guys' promotion, your marketing for these features, and they're actually not there. I just wanted to let you know that. What are your thoughts about that? He didn't reply. Anyway, I understand all of that. The guy probably gets 1,000 or more. I don't know. But you know what? What I do know is that if I couldn't keep up with my DMs as a business owner, and I was telling everybody in an Instagram post today or a YouTube video today that if you've got anything that you want to share with him, jump into my Instagram DMs. If I told people that, I would commit to responding to those people. If I couldn't respond to them, I would have, an assistant. I would have someone else taking care of business for me. I wouldn't just keep putting it out there. In the scale of like 10 out of 10 is really, really important and 1 out of 10 isn't very important, I would say that's probably about a 2 or a 3 for me. There's levels to the DM thing, right? And not responsive to DMs. Those are the things that I did not like so much. Moving right along now. On the weekend, I became aware that Skool, who are normally $99 or $97 or something like that US a month, have launched a $9 a month hobby price plan. Okay, so Skool. If you don't know much about Skool, Skool is a chap called Alex Hormozy, big entrepreneur guy, and Sam Ovens. So Sam Ovens is the OG. He's the guy who, he is the CEO of Skool, and he went and joined forces with Alex Hormozy, who is acquisition.com. So normally Skool is, and it's something like, I just think of it being $99 a month. I think it might just be $97. Skool has been going for probably around about a year now. Even Sam Ovens, who's a Kiwi, it's kind of become a little bit hustle culture, entrepreneur, bro, tech bro, I don't know, just a bunch of young guys, commission, some kickback. Every month you get the kickback. So anyway, so Sam Ovens is talking about how he just worried that Skool had become a bit of a multi-level marketing and MLM enterprise. And look, I think it had in many, many ways, because he talked about a couple of channels that he really loved, a couple of communities. One of them was heavy metal and another one was cooking that he talks about. And anyway, this particular guy who had a couple of super cool communities just stopped running those communities. And then he opened up a community, how to make money on Skool. Sam was like, you know what, let's just start a new price point, a new plan. So enter the $9 a month. The reason why I am moving to this is because it is very hard to argue with $29 a month versus $9 a month. And Skool is fast. Skool is speedily fast, super responsive. It's got a lot of features. It's got a classroom. It's got the capability to have weekly coffee meetups, native video, and it's going to have some live stream capability all built in there. That's pretty major. That's a lot of bang for your $9 bucks. That's a big one, not going to lie. And it's fast. Okay, so what else do you get? What else do you get for $9? You get what Sam Ovens talks about, which is kind of most of the stuff for the least amount of money. You get unlimited members, unlimited number of courses if that's what you want to do. You can do native video hosting. You've got a community and a classroom, and one in the classroom, that's where you can have free digital products or you can sell your digital products in there. Basic plugins like membership questions, chats, control over who gets to post on the different categories inside Skool. The main differences between the $9 plan and the let's just call it $97 a month plan, you get to have a custom URL, whereas my one is going to be called Karen Taylor 0695-23, whatever, you know what I mean? But seriously, who cares? The people that are making a lot of money, they can have nice fancy bougie custom URLs, but I don't think that's important. Admins on the hobby plan, you just get to have one admin. On the pro plan, you can have heaps and heaps of admins. Transaction fees on anything that you sell. On the hobby plan, it's 10%. And on the pro plan, it's 2.9%. To me, that makes sense because you're not necessarily going to be selling stuff straight away when you start your community. If you're not selling something for, let's say, $50, well, if you're starting to sell stuff for $50 and you've got to pay $5 in commission, well, that's a good problem to have, right? But maybe one day when the volume gets up and up and up, then you are in a position to be a lot more choosy about, well, actually, how much commission are you giving? That's why I am moving to Skool. And the other thing that I really, really love about Skool is it is very simple to use. And it's Sam Ovens is on a mission to keep it being really, really simple, really basic. Like, why have, for example, 2 dashboards? One for your audience to see, your community to see, and one for the admin to see. No, like just have one dashboard. When you start playing with it and you start just intuitively working your way through it, like when you're, building your profile and all those kinds of things, I just love the fact that every photo, every place that you can possibly put a photo, it's got the dimensions written next to it. I don't have to go Googling the dimensions for the Skool profile photos or anything in there. Like they've just got it written there. I don't have to watch a YouTube video. So for me, Skool is simple to use, cheaper. They were only established for the last year actually, and Stan have been around for a few years. And I do have to say, I had a lovely phone call with one of the Stan store employees whose job it is to gather feedback from everyone. Now, I got that email asking to provide 15 minutes worth of feedback about maybe 2 weeks ago, possibly coinciding with around about the time that Skool announced their $9 hobby plan for new creators. So I'm not sure if that was just a coincidence there, but they were offering as well in exchange for the 15 minutes, they were offering 1 month free, which is $29, which is to me quite a lot for 15 minutes of feedback. So probably what they were looking to do there is like to build a personal connection, because the call with Stan Store, really, really lovely chap that I had the conversation with, was a Google Meet call, video call. It was nice bonding, okay? Like it has tugged at my heart. It has tugged at my heart because I did bond with this person, and he was lovely. He was lovely. And he was happy to hear my constructive feedback and all of that kind of stuff. So that was interesting timing. And when I was told that the reason why, oh my goodness, okay, here we go. When I was told that the reason why the community app is working a bit slower is because 16,000 new people have just all landed in there and started using the app more than what they had before Stephen joined as co-owner. And when I asked, because this person said, well, we weren't expecting 16,000 people. And I said, well, how many were you expecting? And he just said, oh, that's a really good question. So I don't know. I think they could have done a little bit better there, because my guess is that this is a knock. This is a dent. This is a dent for Stan's store. Other thing is, oh my goodness, I cannot even believe I haven't told you this yet. But if we just go back here to the community app being slow, this person that I had the conversation with told me, they said, how are you trying to upload some content into your community app? And I said, well, just by using the community app, opening it up, hitting post, upload the media. And he said, the best thing to do is to go to your desktop, go to your Stan store, go down to the contents, click on community. He said, when you get to community, you've got to choose your own community, go to post, and then go to upload, blah, blah, blah. The problem is, when I just normally use the app is so slow. It's slow. And guess what? I don't want to wait till I get home and to download some footage from my phone into my desktop, my laptop, into the yada, all of that. And then, I don't know, that just defeats the whole purpose. That's not fun. That is not fun, okay? What is fun is gunning and running in the field, because that's just got a really raw, and it's got some authenticity to it, because, I don't know, it's just kind of it's fun to make a quick little short video and then post the quick little short video, right? So I wasn't that impressed with that. And he did say that the engineers are working really, really hard. But in the meantime, I won't be continuing with Stan, and I've started to build out my Skool community. So if you are interested in checking out my community on Skool, I will leave a link down below. We're just going to do fun stuff in there, okay? I'm going to be popping in there, doing some behind the scenes stuff. We're going to have regular coffee meetups. I'm going to try and figure out the time zones that are good for that. And just, it's just going to be a supportive place to hang out and grow together. I do not profess to be an expert. I have never professed to be an expert. I'm just a beginner channel, but I love I love our community, and I love like hanging out with you and just getting people together and hanging out and doing some cool stuff and having some fun and growing together and just sharing the blood, the sweat, and the crocodile tears, right? Into sharing the crocodile tears. We can all cry into our coffees and the coffee meets. So there we go. That is it. That is why I am moving to Skool, and I would love to see you in there. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my videos and you can handle like these really stupidly long videos and I don't know, where I'm just like rambling and there's like green light shining into my glasses, please do stick around. And if you like the video, please like the video. And if you want to subscribe, that would be neat too. And yeah, I will see you in Skool, or hopefully I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.